Hey guys, it's SFP here, and welcome to episode number 36 of my FIFA 15 Decent Night Career Mode. And as we can see here, we're actually coming up with our first couple of friendlies. First one being against Brazil, and we see the table here at the moment on the, I guess, the bottom right corner. And we see they're actually in sixth place right now. We actually got a couple of victories, or actually not a victory, a win and a draw, if I'm not mistaken. And as he leaves, Adriano is number 4 here, top goal scorer at the moment. Hopefully, we can get a Peruvian up in that list there. But anyways, this screen is actually going to be here for a while because I actually want to let you guys know that I'm actually pre-recording this because by the time you guys see it, I will either be at the U.S. friendly against Peru in RFK, or I will be coming home from it. And I figured since I'm going directly from work, the best way to actually secure you guys getting a video is to pre-record it and release it sometime later that day. So I'll basically have this video edited and recorded, and I will basically publish it the following day. So I guess technically I would be talking to you guys from the future. So um, I guess we'll see who wins. I don't even know if I want the U.S. to win, to be frank. I'm hoping that at least whatever result comes of it, that it will push Klinsmann to kind of reassess the group, reassess the team, and see what's not working. Because there are obviously things with the U.S. team that's not working, and for some reason he's just not seeing it. And so I'm hoping that maybe a loss against Peru, who of the two teams are currently in a better form at the moment, coming out from that third place uh, tournament, third place achievement in the Copa America, and it's something that actually they've repeated, and I was surprised the first time when they did it, and I thought it was a fluke, and so I didn't expect them to basically do it again, but they managed to do it again, and I believe they were in a tough group where I didn't see them coming out, to be honest, and I think they came out in second place, um, which is pretty good, and the fact that they got second place helped them in the long run because they got a what I would imagine, or what in my opinion was a easier quarterfinal, but I guess to his own, and anyways, and enough about that, guys. So like I said, I'll probably be at the game at the moment, but let's enjoy this game right here and see if we can actually get Peru to the World Cup with games 5 and 6. And if you see here with Jordi Reina passes it well to Andre Carrillo. Carrillo actually has a lot of pace, guys. He's very pacey, and he's going for the shot. What a weak shot, but it's enough to get back past the Brazilian goalkeeper, and we're actually in the lead, surprisingly. It's a 1-0 lead so far. And to be honest, that goal was one of the worst goals I've ever scored. It feels like it's been glitched, guys. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed or this has ever happened to you, but it's happened to me a couple times where I score a goal that has no business of go or take a shot that has no business of going in the net, and for some weird odd reason it does, and then I get scored on maybe like a minute game wise, like right now, like it's 16 minutes right now, and like in the 17th minute I'll probably get scored on, and so I was very cautious about that, and so I made sure that my defense was especially sound, and we see there that my defender actually managed to block a shot from one of the Brazilian attackers, and so my goal here is in the next maybe 5 to 10 game minute wise, not to concede here, and we get the ball stolen by Fernandinho. Fernandinho passes it to Eduardo. Eduardo passes it back to Fernandinho, and luckily my two defenders managed to put the Brazilian attacker in an uncomfortable position enough to not get it on frame. And here we see another counterattack to Oscar. Oscar to Neymar. Neymar centers the ball, and my defender, my goalkeeper, don't seem to have an understanding of each other, and they sloppily kick the ball out. But luckily, nothing too dangerous came out of it, and now Gajes is going to put it back in play with Ramos and Yotun. And here we see that in the last few minutes of the game, Marcelo's going to take it. And will this be the last counterattack that Brazil has during the first half? No, it's not. And we're going to take the lead 1-0. And At this point in the moment, guys, I have to admit that I've actually never beaten Brazil in a World Cup qualifier. I think I've beaten them in friendlies before in other previous career modes, but I've never beaten them in in a World Cup qualifier. The best I've ever done is tie, and what I mean by tie, I guess level wise, it's always been in professional. So the fact that I have a lead here in world class is actually very exciting, and I'm hoping I don't mess it up here in the last few minutes. And I see that Neymar has the ball. Neymar passes it to Coutinho. Coutinho takes a shot, and that should have been in, guys. That should have been the equalizer, and Lady Luck is on our side apparently, and so we're still keeping to that 1-0 lead, but we're basically holding it to the thinnest of margins here. And a decent corner here, and we see another counterattack. Neymar passes it to Eduardo. Eduardo's going to center the ball. Roberto Firmino just jumps over and overpowers my defender and gets a nice clean header, and that is the equalizer that was bound to happen, guys. Obviously, Brazil is the better team. I'm not saying that I don't have a bad team, but Brazil overall is the better team, even though they're going in a slump of sorts. Um, and I guess, guys, I'm just wondering your opinions now that I guess I'm talking about Brazil. How do you feel about Dunga's second coming to Brazil? I know it's something that's been unpopular with most, at least most pundits, most Brazilian um, fans of the old style of Brazil. You know, the beautiful game. Uh, but I gotta say though, Dunga is effective. So while it's not the prettiest of games that he his philosophy entails, at least he gets results. And here we see that we could have gotten the game winner here. And I'm not sure why Vargas missed her. I feel like it was an easier shot to miss or to make than to miss, and for some reason, uh, I guess we were unlucky there. Here with another corner kick, and my player does get it on his head, but unfortunately, nothing serious comes out of it. And we're 15 minutes left, guys, and we see here the nice counter attack that we were about to perform, and Jordi Reyna gets it by himself. Jordi Reyna is one of my speedier players, not as fast as Carrillo, but fast enough. And he goes by his defender. He takes a shot, and what a nice save there by Miranda, sweeping and basically diminishing the power of the shot. And here we have another through ball, a perfectly through ball to Reyna. Reyna's going to have a second opportunity, and this one he's going to bury, and he buries it well, guys. That is 2-1 in the last minutes of the game. It's already 90, and we just have to hold on to the lead. Just have to hold on for a couple seconds, and we'll get the 3 points. That surprisingly, I'm not sure if we deserve, because I think Brazil actually has played better, but I wouldn't say we are undeserving of a win. I guess a worst case scenario, or best case scenario, a tie would be the most reasonable result, but I want to get the win. And so I'm going to hold on for dear life in these last couple of seconds. And Brazil's going to put it back in play. And here we see that they're going to go for the shot. However, we steal it. Vargas finds Jordi Reyna again. Jordi Reyna, like I said, blows by his defender, Miranda, who I've actually praised a couple of times before. But this time, I guess his fatigue has caught up to him. And Jordi Reyna makes it 3-1 for Peru in what I would imagine is an upset. I can just imagine the newspapers in Brazil saying what a disaster this game has been. And I wouldn't be surprised if Dunga is on the chopping block after this performance. And what a beautifully nice curved. At least the goalkeeper did something this time, because in the first Jordi Reyna goal, he kind of just stood there in amazement at the Reyna shot. And now Brazil's going to put it back in play again. And I think that's going to be game, guys. 3-1 against Brazil. What an amazing result that we've just gotten. So far, we have not lost, and Peru, under my management, have been playing better. And that's gonna boost my ego a little bit, because especially with the rise in level, I was really worried about it. I thought we were gonna go through a lot of growing pains, and I'm just gonna reiterate here and show you guys that I have not changed it. It's still world class, and I apologize for that. I did it a little too quickly, and so I went back again and showed you guys. And I guess technically I could have edited it, but I'm just hoping that you guys trust me enough to accept the fact that I'm still playing in world class. And I mean, if I were to change it, I would let you guys know. I don't see the reasoning behind lowering it and basically creating a facade that I'm uh, a good FIFA player. Because to be frank, I'm not. I would assume I'm mediocre at best, or slightly better than mediocre. I should say. I should give myself a little bit more credit than that. But we see here the FIFA rankings, or not FIFA rankings, but the table for CONMEBOL, and we are actually number 4 right now, with 2 points away from first place. So far we seem to be in a good position, although it's too early to tell whether or not we will be able to clinch a spot in the World Cup. Like, this is the beginning, guys, and so obviously with tournaments and I guess comparing it to leagues would be a more accurate statement. Teams seem to peak early, and I'm hoping that's not the case uh, with Peru. I'm hoping that I will establish a good enough lead in the beginning where I'll be able to have games where I'm allowed to mess up. I'm allowed uh, to not get the result I want. Get some wiggle room, so to speak, and getting an early getting my points early, I should say, is probably the best opportunity for me to qualify. So I want to get that settled and have a nice cushion for what's to come. Because I know at some point I'm going to go through a stage where I'm going to end up losing a couple games. And I'm going to be frustrated, and I'm hoping I'll have a big enough lead to get the at least the fifth spot. And here we see that I believe it's La Foquita Farfan, Jefferson Farfan, I should say, as well. That's technically his official name, but I call him La Foquita because obviously that's his nickname. And what a nice curled shot there, and we take the lead very early, um, which to me, and you'll see this later on as the game progresses. I kind of thought I had this in the bag. I thought this was gonna be like a rout because I scored so early, and I was like, you know what? I beat Brazil. Venezuela can't be too much of a hassle, right? Am I right? Well, apparently, um, I counted Venezuela off too quickly because they pulled off a great shot of their own, and I thought that it hit the post and went out, but apparently it went in, and that is the equalizer for Venezuela, and that's what I get for talking smack against Venezuela. Um, and to be frank, Venezuela actually have been very surprising. They've improved so much, and I want to say the last 5 to 10 years, their soccer has been steadily progressing in every single tournament. And before, with the likes of Bolivia and Venezuela, even Peru, to a certain extent, throughout the period, they were seen as easy points. And I think Ecuador maybe you could maybe squeeze in there, but obviously, I think Peru, Bolivia, and Venezuela were usually the small minnows. And we see here that Vargas tries to get the shot, but unfortunately the goalkeeper gets it easily. And now, like I said before, um, as we see another shot saved by the Venezuelan goalkeeper, Venezuela has improved so much more, and now they're not considered easy points. I mean, at the spectrum of South American soccer, they're probably still at the end, but it's no guarantee that you'll get a win, especially after the performance they did in the last two world not excuse me, not two World Cups, but the last two Copa Americas. I think they even beat Brazil. No, they beat Colombia. Excuse me. I remember now. They beat Colombia in the latest Copa America, and that was something that was very surprising. And it wasn't just a cheeky goal; it was actually a pretty quality goal. And we see here that Johnny Reyna, with his power, overpowers his defender, and he gets the second one here for Peru, and we get our lead back. And the Peruvian fans there that are traveling are very excited. Um, it was a very poor defensive effort there by the center back. Um, I guess my pace was a little bit better than his, and uh, I guess my physical attributes as well. I guess he had more power to shove his defender out, but that's That's unacceptable for that defense. I mean, it was just horrible. But who's complaining here? I shouldn't be complaining because that is giving me the victory right now. And here we see that Colombia trying, excuse me, not Colombia, Venezuela are trying to make up for the mistake, and they're going for it full gas. And this is the last attack that they actually managed to pull off in the first half. And so we have the lead here. And like I said before, I underestimated them the first time when I kind of took the foot off the gas there when I scored the first goal because in my all honesty, I thought I had it in the bag. I thought maybe I could easily get maybe another goal or two, but that equalizer shut me up fairly quickly, and so I plan on being a little bit more conservative here with my runs and making sure I'm defensively sound. And got Jesse here uh, with a weird save there. I don't think that was going in, but I guess he just wanted to be safe, and I took Jordi right now because um, I was gonna play for the not gonna play for the tie, I should say, but I was banking on this 2-1 result, so I just wanted to play defensively first. And I obviously don't want him to get injured, so we have the game right now where we want it. So I figured I'd take a chance and sub Reina off in the fear that he might get injured. And what a nice shot there by Jefferson Farfan. And it would have been a beauty of a goal had it been uh, aimed towards the goal here. But what a nice attempt as well. I'm not as secure here with my long shots, but hopefully with a little bit more time I'll be able to give you guys some more spectacular long distance shots. And here we see Rincon. Rincon, like my defenders, I don't know what they're doing, and Venezuela actually gets a good opportunity there that was wasted by their attacker there. And Gajis is going to put the ball back, and I see here that Venezuela again, they're trying to go for that the tie guys. And Gajese, I don't know where he pulled off that save. It was one of the weirdest saves I have seen, where it's just basically, it just basically went to his legs, guys. I guess that's what the save itself is. And here Gajese holds the ball, and that's it. We're going to Peru back with 3 points, and so far, we've managed to get 3 victories and a draw, which is very great right now, guys. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you all later.